The Batman Part 2 has officially started filming, and Sebastian Stan isn't Two-Face? So, for the past several days, people had been saying that filming was about to begin at any moment. In fact, Matt Reeves had already been teasing a few things on social media, but now the director has posted the image you're seeing on screen, confirming that they've officially shot the very first scene of the Batman Part 2. And honestly, first of all, this is fantastic news, because this movie has been delayed about 1,000,000 times. Don't forget, it was originally supposed to come out in 2025, and now we're lucky if we get it next year. As for the image itself, well, there's not a whole lot to see. We've basically got the clapperboard and a completely blurry background, although it kind of looks like they're filming what could be Gotham City morgue, where we can clearly see a body lying on a gurney. Who is it? We have absolutely no idea. Some people are saying it could be Sebastian Stan, but honestly, I think it's much more likely that it's just a random corpse that's part of some investigation in the movie. However, the really important thing is that we also have new information about Stan's role, as well as several other actors in the film, because apparently, nothing is what we thought it was. For the longest time, everyone believed that Sebastian Stan would be playing Harvey Dent, the famous district attorney who eventually becomes Two-Face. But now, a new wave of rumors is claiming the exact opposite. According to Chris Stanley, Sebastian Stan could actually be playing VICTOR ZSASZ in the Batman Part 2, complete with multiple scars and tattoos all over his body, very similar to the classic comic book version of the character. And for those who might not know him, VICTOR ZSASZ is a dangerous serial killer and one of DC's most disturbing villains. A lot of you probably remember him from the Gotham TV series. And sure, we're still talking about a major Batman character, but going from Harvey Dent to VICTOR ZSASZ is a pretty huge change. What's interesting is that this rumor seems to come from a relatively reliable source, because Chris Stanley reportedly has contacts within the industry, especially in makeup and costume departments. That's why there's already quite a bit of information floating around. And honestly, this is something we can take somewhat seriously. Although we do have to admit that this is the first time we've heard this rumor, because up until now, every report pointed to Harvey Dent. But wait, because this next part is even crazier. Apparently, Two-Face will be in the movie, but he would be played by Brian Tyree Henry. Now, that's interesting, because the actor had already been confirmed to appear in the Batman Part 2, but nobody ever revealed which character he would be playing. According to this new information, he would portray Harvey Dent and eventually Two-Face, using practical makeup for the villainous final version of the character. And look, this is obviously going to create a lot of controversy, because Brian Tyree Henry is black, while Harvey Dent traditionally hasn't been portrayed that way in most adaptations. But I want to make something very clear. One thing has absolutely nothing to do with the other. I'm sure there will be people criticizing this simply because they don't like the actor's skin color, and that's wrong. We already know that. But personally, if this rumor is true, I'm just not completely sold on him for the role. And I want to be clear, it has nothing to do with race. After all, we already had Commissioner Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright, who also wasn't physically identical to the classic version of the character, and he ended up being absolutely perfect, because the actor fit the role perfectly. So this isn't a race issue. The difference is that when I think of Harvey Dent, this actor just doesn't quite match the image I have in my head, especially considering that Sebastian Stan seems absolutely perfect for the role. It's really a matter of presence and overall look. It's kind of like if tomorrow they announced that Adam Sandler was going to play Two-Face. I'd probably say I wasn't convinced by that casting either, and that's basically how I feel about this one. That being said, nobody should be sending hate toward the actor, and I definitely don't want people attacking him online, because he doesn't deserve that. First of all, we still need to see what he actually does with the role, assuming these rumors are even true. And second, actors surprise us all the time once we finally see them on screen. Come on, Colin Farrell doesn't exactly look like the classic Penguin either, and look how that turned out. So, I'm guessing that over the next few months we're going to get a lot more information, and eventually we'll find out exactly which character each actor is playing. But please, let Sebastian Stan be Harvey Dent. Now, beyond all of that, the biggest reason I'm excited about this news is that the Batman Part 2 has finally started filming. I've honestly lost count of how many times we heard they're starting production next month, only for nothing to happen. But now we're finally at the point where set leaks are right around the corner. We're probably going to see photos of Robert Pattinson in the new Batman suit, images of Gotham, possible villains, and a whole lot more. So make sure you're paying close attention to the channel. Subscribe, turn on notifications, because we're going to be covering absolutely everything. Leave a like on the video. And with that being said, I think that's all for me today. See you next time, my fellow bats.